Boss, head man, top dog, big cheese, the head honcho.
Call now. 515-955-1400.
Yeah, we got the mayor at a different time just for today. He got busy yesterday, and that stuff happened, so we rescheduled him today. And so we're glad to have you here, Matt.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hot day. But
it is a warm one.
We kind of deserve it. I'll take heat over real extreme cold any day. I'll do it. Anyway, if you have a question or comment for the mayor, he's actually here to take your calls and get your feedback. You know, he and I can talk anytime. We can go anywhere, have coffee, whatever. But Matt's really here again to take your calls. I do have a question about the Warden Plaza. What's going on with the Warden Plaza?
Not much. It's
that bad, huh?
Simply, we're in kind of a trading letters back and forth mode with the previous developer in the city.
Did they sue us or what?
They filed something in a federal court. We've responded to their filing, and then we've been trading letters back and forth with attorneys.
And who's with Mark Crimmins then? The city
Mark
attorney?
Crimmins is the city attorney. Yeah.
Does he have a staff paid for by the city, or is he just?
No, it's just Mark.
Just Mark. Okay.
Yeah.
So when we talk about the Warden Plaza, you said the previous owners of the Warden Plaza, those are the people who have been supposed to renovate the place, and they just haven't made a single move.
KDG.
And you,
they failed to. From, I believe our perspective is they failed to perform
at all. Right?
Well, they were moving along at one point, and then they just kind of stopped doing things, and they always seemed to have a reason that they were stopping. But it was never a legitimate reason. Mm-hmm. And they were supposed to file certain things by certain dates with state for tax credits and different historic designations and things like that. And those times, due dates came and passed, and things weren't filed. And yeah.
What is their position? Why are they trying to reclaim ownership?
I can't.
Because of
I don't know. I can't comment on their position. I don't know.
Right. I know that, but they must have said something in their legal documents. They just can't say, "Well, we don't want to."
I'm not going to discuss the legal documents as part of a pending litigation.
That's a very political answer, man.
You bet it was.
So I guess my next question.
I'm a little trained for that. I've been around a while.
So since yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Yeah. I know better than to say something that could end up in a courtroom. That would be fun for you. They'd get to play you and I's interview in a courtroom.
Yeah, we even
make
video
you even more famous than you are,
yeah.
or infamous, I should say, infamous
with the St. Edmunds Mafia. That's for sure. But anyway, by the way, video and audio is available on my Facebook page. That's at AM 1400 KVFT, the Voice for Dodge. Actually, that is the Alpha Media Facebook page. Alpha Media also has a website, Alpha Media Fort Dodge, where you can catch the mayor and I audio and video. And you certainly, again, can call at 515-955-1400 if you have a question or comment for the mayor. That's been the KVFD number since the late 60s, I believe. That's been a long time. So what are the city's plans for the Warden Plaza? Let's say that the city wins the case, so to speak. And
we would for one, we don't own it, right?
Who owns it?
They do.
KDG does.
Yeah, they own it. So at this point, there's no real reason to discuss what we could or would do, because we don't own it.
Well, this has been a long time, and I got to get caught up to speed with it. So if KDG owns it, don't they have every right to do whatever they want to or not do with the property?
They could, yeah, and they should develop it if they want to develop it.
Right, but apparently there's been an agreement with the city of Fort Dodge that requires them to do certain things to their own property.
In order for us, well, you got to remember, they were going to get incentives to do those things.
Okay.
From not just city,
right.
but state
and historical tax credits and all those things.
Yep.
So they didn't do the work.
Correct.
So what is their liability, if any? I mean,
you're still trying to get me to talk about a pending litigation.
No.
I'm not. I can't. I cannot talk about it.
Well,
You're asking details that basically I can't comment on.
Okay, well, let me try this one. let me try this one.
Okay.
Because I do want to understand this, and I don't want to get either one of us in trouble. And no, it
Sure.
wouldn't be a big deal for me to have my video of you and me in the room talking a bunch of stuff.
No, it wouldn't matter to you.
No,
yeah.
it wouldn't matter to me.
I wouldn't want to make comments in regards to what we would or would not do with KDG or another developer until this pending litigation it would be resolved.
I got you. But if KDG owns the property and they didn't take advantage of the tax credits, excuse me. Yeah. Thank you for correcting me. What's the city's complaint?
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, the building is in horrible condition and we want to see something done with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
always been the goal, is to have a viable project to revitalize and repurpose that building.
Yeah, you understand the point I'm confused about. If this is private property and the people have never, and the developer KDG has never taken advantage of any tax breaks,
the developer,
what can the city do?
The developer did receive some upfront money to do some due diligence.
Oh, well, that's a different story then.
Yeah,
that's a different story. Did they do the due diligence? Or here? Well, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to comment on that.
I'm sorry. It got out of my mouth. It got out of my mouth before I could catch it. That's a different story then. If there was maybe the city,
it's a rather complex thing for me to talk to you about because of the legal position that I could put the city
and I don't want to do that
in honestly. If I were to start making comments that were too speculative of what could or should be done at this point.
Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to play Mike Wallace.
I know you're not.
Reporter.
And even if you were Mike Wallace, I would still respond the same way I have.
You'd have glared him down.
No, I'd just tell him the same thing.
Tell him the same thing.
I can't comment on that. It's pending litigation.
You must be running.
I'm trying to be careful, but yet still try to give you some information.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, my personal goal would always be to see that building repurposed.
Oh, absolutely.
Revitalized, repurposed to some extent, whether you can only use the first couple floors for a while and then work your way up it or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Because as you recall from when we started all this stuff, the price tag to tear that building down is astronomical. Mm-hmm. It was millions upon millions of dollars.
What, 30 million or something?
No, I think it was like 12 to 15 was
that's
estimates.
Right. 30 million to renovate it. They needed 30 million.
So you're halfway there.
Yeah.
To the cost of renovation in the demolition. So wouldn't it be better to put that money into the building rather than tear it down and haul it to a landfill?
I think so. I
would think so too.
The only thing I was really asking you, and maybe I should be asking Mark Crimmins, I've had good luck with having Crimmins boys on the radio with me this week. I had Kevin on earlier this week.
Nice.
Yeah, it was. He was on for an hour and a half.
Oh,
that's exhausting.
I missed that.
Yeah, he had to. I think that was.
I've been chasing myself around this week a little bit. I've been kind of busy. So.
Business is good at bemrich Electric.
Yeah, things are good.
That's all good. But anyway, yeah, maybe I should call Mark and see if he come on there.
I'm just probably would be pretty tight-lipped because it is pending litigation,
Any lawsuit is public information. And I would just like to know
the determination of the lawsuit is public information, but as you're building your cases, that's not public information.
But there has to be what I'm looking for is a reason for the case in the first place. I'd like to know what KDG's position is and the city's. That's all. Without you,
the city at this point is responding to KDG.
I understand. So the city
KDG has claimed damages.
Yes.
And
the city has, I'm still not clear on this. If we don't own the building and they never took advantage of any credits, and you've said that there has been some money up front to do certain things, and I don't want to get into that. Then the money up front would be what I assume the city's position is. I'm not asking you to respond to that. Just hold it, Nina. Hold it. All right. I'm interested in seeing that building rehab too.
I think
it's a big eyesore in the middle of our town.
I think most of our community is interested in seeing something done with that building. And there might be those that have the sentiment of it's the days of those kind of buildings in communities our size are just gone and tear it down. And there's those that are kind of like me that would love to rather than use the money to tear it down, use the money to benefit the property.
Yeah, I remember
And
when
try to put another 100 years of life in it.
I remember when the KVFD radio station was in that building.
Yeah.
You walked in the east door, I think, and there they were, big glass enclosure. You could look in there and see the guys who were doing the news or on air or whatever. It was kind of cool. You know? It was a cool old building, and I by the time I came along as a young man, its glory days were already over then, but it was still fully occupied. They had a little grocery store over there and the whole thing.
Yep,
nice building.
Absolutely.
All right, AM 1400 KVFT, the voice of Fort Dodge. I'm Michael Devine. We're talking with Mayor Matt Bemrich. If you have a question or comment, 515-955-1400. By the way, you can comment or ask questions on the video feed from StreamYard. And again, that's at AM 1400 KVFT Facebook page. It's on the Alpha Media Fort Dodge website, and it's also on my personal Facebook page. So if you'd like to leave comments there, and I got some yesterday that I couldn't repeat on the air. I could not possibly put that in my let's just drop it right there, because there's certain impossibilities that were suggested to me yesterday. They were very rude. So let's move on to the Crossroads. That's they keep working out there. I see them all the time.
Oh, yeah.
They were working out there on a couple of Saturdays because the weather was bad. I think
they were doing some demolition. They were still working on finishing up concrete, curb and gutters, sidewalks, things like that. So
Bemrich's got any work out there?
We did the Unity Point. We were the low bidder on that project and did that one. And we're doing some work for the DCI group. We've been doing work for them for a number of years.
DCI.
Before we actually met up and did work with DCI before they ever came to town here.
I guess my real question is,
DCI's contractor working directly for the developer.
And where are they out of? Des Moines?
Des Moines.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I hope we're using local contractors the best we can. I know it's an open bidding process.
Yeah. I mean, we were local. Kalasha's local. They did part of the work on the Unity Point. I think there was a couple other local guys out there. Jensen's doing, you see Jensen out there.
Good.
They're doing a lot of concrete work and sidewalks and things like that. Marash did the dirt work.
Ball Plumbing get any work, or Mid-States?
I don't think Ball or Mid-States were on the Unity Point one. I don't know if they bid it or not either. I don't.
Can I ask about Baker Electric without you coming across?
I would assume they bid the Unity Point job also.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who was invited to that.
Okay. But
the general contractors work with the developer, and then they often will have a list of subs that they feel are qualified and send them invites. So
just by coincidence.
But they don't always tell us who we're competing against.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm just, again, concerned that we're using local people as much as we can.
I think there's plenty of work still to come out there, and there's good opportunity for local contractors, and they'll be the out of town ones that they'll come chasing work.
Do we have any big I see a lot of heavy equipment, earth moving equipment out there. Do we have a company like that in our town anymore? Rash still does.
Yeah.
Is that Rash's stuff out there?
A lot of that, almost all the dirt work so far, I believe, has been done by Rash.
Okay. Well,
construction. Good. So Joel and the Justin's three boys.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're good too.
Dalton, Landon, and Austin. Yeah.
I know a little bit about that kind of work. I've never really done it personally myself over any period of time, but they're slowly moving.
Joel and his wife run a nice operation, and those three boys have definitely taken the reins, and they've got really good people over there. They really
it's good company.
They're always good to work around too, because they're good guys, and the people they hired always seem to be good guys.
They are good guys, and
ladies. There's some ladies out there.
Well, I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. Never did. You hire the best.
So I do think Woodruff and Kalasha both got a little piece of that Unity Point. I think one of them did some of the flat work, concrete work, and then I think, if I remember right, Woodruff did the framing. We did the electric. I think the HVAC was out of Humboldt, or not Humboldt, but Ames, and the plumber was Riley at local.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was Riley.
Good.
About 99. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Riley. I remember Riley being there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get on a lot of job sites, so
I know it.
They kind of start running together, and then sometimes guys will be like, "Hey, that fixture that we were using over here?" And I'm like, "I don't," because I've got like 14 different things going in my head of different light fixture types. So no, I don't. You're gonna have to show me or send me a picture of it or whatever.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
Yeah.
You just, I mean, after you install that many things, you just kind of like, oh man, where was that we did those? Or yeah.
All right, this is AM 1400 KBFD, the voice for Dodge. You're on the air with the mayor.
Hi, this is Gina Becker. I'm in charge of the Frontiers Day Parade. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I've been trying to listen to it, and I apologize.
Well, we've
didn't
certainly
think I'd
mentioned
get
the
you guys.
Frontier Days several times, Tina, and I'm on the air with the mayor right now. I don't know if you've been listening to that. Well, we've mainly been talking about construction projects and projects around town. But we really, I mean, the rest of the staff, I'm on in the afternoon, so I'm not doing it right now. But the rest of the staff is out putting our Frontier Days float together. And
Wonderful.
And I very much look forward to Frontier Days every single year. It's always fun. So you are,
Awesome.
What is your position with Frontier Days, Tina?
I'm the one that's kind of in charge.
You're the one that's in charge.
Everybody. Yes.
Well, you're the one that's in charge. Okay, yeah. Matt Bemrich can't hear. I know he can't hear because it's screwed up in here once again.
Oh no.
Well, it's okay. I went away for a long time, and I think they just wanted to seal up this room. Anyway, can you tell us a little bit about Frontier Days?
Oh yeah. So tomorrow is Frontier Days. We are doing the parade starting at 10 a.m. and people will be lining up. And then tonight is the opening ceremonies out at the fort starting at 5 is the opening ceremonies. The actual celebration starts at 4. Peter and Penelope are out there now strolling, and tonight Tank Anthony and Joe Denham will be playing. Tomorrow we have the Senders and Saucy Jack.
Is that an outside concert, or is it over at the Opera House, or where are those guys playing?
So the Senders and Joe Denham, when they play, they will be inside the Opera House, and Saucy Jack and Tank Anthony will be playing in a tent outside, and stage outside.
Well, good enough. Okay, so that's tomorrow, and that starts around 4.
Yes. Today, and the music starts around 7 tonight for Joe Denham, and I believe Tank Anthony might start at 8. And then Senders and Saucy Jack, I believe, start around 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
I'm not familiar with Tank Anthony. Does he do country music, or?
I'm. Do you know? Does Tank Anthony? Is he country?
Kind of sounds like a professional wrestler, actually.
I'm not sure. Speaking of wrestlers, we do have arm wrestling tomorrow too inside of the Opera House.
I'll be sure not to enter.
I'm not trying for myself, but we were just kind of also we were calling to see if you guys would mention not parking on Central, so that way.
Not parking on Central tomorrow. Good. Well, actually, you're on the air right now, so
I know I caught that.
Okay, so thank you. That is something I haven't reminded people on this radio station, and I'm glad that you reminded me. I'll talk about it the rest of the afternoon. Please don't park on Central Avenue because we have the Frontier Days Parade tomorrow.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Tina, thank you for calling.
You're very welcome, and sorry to break in while you.
No, you didn't break into anything monumental. We're just talking city business. That's all.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that's it. And this is city business, so we're okay.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tina Becker. This is AM 1400 KBFD, the voice of Fort Dodge. Exactly 2:30. We'll be back with the mayor.
Ride the bus!
Pathfinders is going your way. If you live in Hamilton, Pocahontas, Calhoun, Wright, or Humboldt counties and you want to go somewhere special, Pathfinders will take you there. Need to get to